Lesson number 17. So they are going to learn about the L298N motor drive. Okay, so now let's view our info slide. Okay, so the motor drive is a popular module for controlling DC motors in Arduino project. Controls motor speed and also spin direction. So two motors can be connected to this drive. So here will be pin A, this will be motor A, and this will be motor B. Okay, so what happens here, if you to your motor, if this one is the positive one and this one is the negative, if you set like that, and when you connect to this again, you have to set this one the positive and this one the negative. So in such a way that the code that you write for them to speed in the same direction will run on both and they will spin in the same direction. Okay, so this is the simple code for motor A here to make it spin forward. So we have these pins, this 1 2 3 4. So what these 4 pins here, these two, they represented this. So in order for an electric motor to change direction, it means polarity have changed. So these pins, they take turns, the other one being ground and the other one being the power pin. So if you want it to spin forward like this, you it's digital, right? In pin 1 high, that means you're setting this pin right here high, and pin 2 low, which means you're setting this pin low. And if you want it to spin backwards, you are now setting this one low and this one high. That is in the code. And if you want it to stop, you write the both pins low or high, either way it will stop. So we have these jumper pins you can see here, which are currently connected. So you can easily remove them, but when you remove them, you have to now put a pin that you an Arduino pin right here on both ends. So this one controls the motor speed of motor A or B. So you do an analog write to the speed of the motor which you want on these motors. Okay, so now let's get started on the connection and everything. Okay, so here we have our motor drive and our electric motors and our Arduino board. So for the electric motors, it's just a simple electric motor like this, just a set of gears inside there, and then is a wheel mounted to it. So this is just for better observation on of the revolutions on the turns. Okay, so as you can see, so we've connected. I've connected my electric motors. So I have set this one positive and this one negative, and as you can see, this will be out 3. I have set it positive and this one negative. So the same code that I'll write for this one to spin clockwise will be the same code I will write for this one to spin anti-clockwise. Okay, so and some jumper cables. Okay, so now let's get started with the connections. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for better view. I think this one might do. Okay, so we have the power pins right here. So this one will be ground and this one will be 12 volts and this one will be 5 volts. So you can either use 5 volts even with the 12 volts pin, is still okay. So now I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to power our motor drive. So now I'm going to connect this power pin to 5 volts in our Arduino. Then I'm going to connect this, which is ground, to ground in Arduino. Oh, I have this is ground. Okay. Okay, so now our drive is powered up. Okay, so and this one, the jumper pins are not connected, are not currently connected. So let me start by connecting these 4 pins right here. So remember, these 2 pins, they represent these ones, and these 2 pins, they represent these ones, and they take turns changing polarity in order to control the spin direction. And these pins on the outside, these ones, they help to control the speed of the motor, where you have to do an analog write. So let's start with the 4 pins in the middle section. So I'm going to connect the first one, the first pin. This is for motor A, and I'm going to connect it to Arduino pin number 2. And for the other pin number 2 on motor A, I'm going to connect it on pin number 3. And for motor B, I'm going to connect it on pin number 4. And for the last pin on motor B, I'm going to connect it on pin number 5 on our Arduino. Okay, so now what's next is the speed pins. For the speed pin for motor A, I'm going to connect it to Arduino pin A0. Okay. And the other one, I'm going to connect it to pin A1. So this one for B is A1, and for motor A, this one will be A0. So this is our full connection. So for this speed motors, they are analog write, and this one are digital write, where you exchange the other one being digital high and this one being digital low. Okay, so now let's get to the code. Okay, let me zoom back in. Okay, so now we have to declare a few variables first. So we have not here, int, we have motor A and motor B. So int motor A pin 1 is equal to it's on digital pin number 2. So now I'm just going to copy this statement. Okay, so now I just have to change here. Now this is pin number 2 and it's on motor number 3. And now this is for pin number for motor B pin number 1, which is currently on digital pin 4 on our Arduino. And this is pin number, this is motor for motor B, and it's now pin number 2 connected on our port 5 on our pin 5 on our Arduino. Okay, that's enough for the variables. We need to declare the variables for direction, for speed. So for speed, I'm just going to use int sp, that's for speed. Speed for motor A is on A0. It's on A0, and speed for motor B is on A1. Okay, so that's enough for our variables. So now under void setup, let's do our pin modes. Pin mode motor A pin 1, motor A pin 1, and it's in output. And again, I'm going to copy this line. So our pin mode for pin, this one is correct. For motor A, pin number 2 is output. Motor A, pin number, it is now motor B. Motor B, pin number 1, yes, and motor B, pin number 2. Like that. Also have to do the pin modes for our analog pins for speed. So this will be for speed for motor A output, and this will be speed for motor B, which is also output. Okay, so now let's go under void loop. So under void loop, I'm going to write a code that will make motor A spin clockwise direction and motor B spin in anti-clockwise direction. So under void loop, I'm going to do a digital write. Digital write on motor A, pin number 1, and I'm going to set it high. And again, I'm going to just copy this statement. And now on motor A, pin number 2, I'm going to now set it low. And now I'm going to set the speed. So I'm going to do an analog write. Analog write on speed for motor A, and I'm setting it to 255. That's maximum. You can actually vary it however you want. And I'm just going to put a delay of half a second. Okay, so now I'm going to copy these two statements. So that was for motor A. Now I'm going to have to write this for motor B. So digital write for motor B, pin number 1. Now since I said I want them to go in opposite directions, on top here I set this one high, so I have to set this one low, and I set this one low under this, so I have to set it high down here. Okay, and we want the speed for motor B, and you have to change here to be B, so AA, and the delay. Okay, so this is enough for our code for both our spin directions and the amount of speed for both our motors. Okay, so let us now upload our code. Okay, so our code is done uploading. Let me maximize this here. So for the sake of the camera, you may not actually see, but this one is rotating in this direction and this one is rotating in this direction. So this is for the motor drive.